Do you know what's acceptable use for emojis in your written profile content for online dating? Let's talk about that coming up next. All right, so let's get into it. Emojis in your written content for both men and women. What should we do? Yay or nay? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Well, here's the thing. Emoji use can be both a good idea and a bad idea. When might it be a good idea? Well, emojis have their place in your written content if you use it appropriately. For example, an appropriate emoji can kind of let people know information about your intention or the personality on display. So, a nice little emoji can let somebody know that you're playful or you're being sarcastic or you're not being serious, or it could just be a fun way to kind of express yourself without just relying upon exclamation points or, various other punctuation. You can use it to kind of just be another way of, communicating. And that's great because it gives us insight into how you communicate, your personality, what you're trying to convey, that sort of thing. So for that purpose, yes, absolutely, emojis can have their place. Now, when can they actually, be doing some damage to your, level of perceived value with your written content because you're using emojis? When can that happen? Well, I think we've seen some examples of when emoji use can be really detrimental. For one thing, if they're used excessively, guess what? One thing that we're doing, if we're using emojis, is we're expecting someone to make an interpretation. Now, that's fine if I see 2 or 3 emojis in, say, a paragraph. That's not too bad, right? Because I kind of see the context clues and I have an idea of what the emoji clearly means and how it's intended to be used as kind of accentuating something or adding to the communication for that written content. I get that. But sometimes we see these lists or this overuse of emojis, and it's just like, here are my interests, and it's like a picture of flower, running, jumping jacks, something else, something else, something else. And that's about how it goes when I see those. I might be somewhat interested in learning what somebody is about. But as you could see, I think you kind of do the same thing as me. You might make an initial effort of, okay, that emoji means this, and that's the beer one. They like to drink beer. There's a soccer ball. They like soccer. They play soccer. And then there's a tent. You start to just be like, screw it, fuck it, I'm done. Okay, I'm not doing this sort of effort. This is stupid. And guess what? We give up. All right. You know why? Because there's this effort of, well, we're making extra effort, and we don't want to make extra effort. Nobody wants to make extra effort. Think about it when you're going through online dating profiles. You appreciate it when you can basically screen somebody smoothly without any sort of hiccups, without any extra effort, and that is something that you're making people do. You're making people go through an extra hoop, more effort, when you're lining up all these emojis or using them excessively and expecting, oh, well, they represent something about me and how I communicate, so people will appreciate it if they're my type or whatever you want to tell yourself. But the truth is, you're just making it more difficult. You're not keeping it simple, stupid for everyone else, which we would appreciate. So what I want you to understand is don't shoot yourself in the foot by making someone else work harder. You all out there also go through all these online dating profiles, and every last one of you has developed a system to streamline your process. And anytime that process gets slowed down, you kind of just don't appreciate it. So don't be that profile that messes up the streamlined process of someone figuring out and ascertaining whether they're into you or not. All right. Now, also, you need to understand that when you're using emojis like inappropriately or excessively, you're just wasting an opportunity. How many profiles have you seen, where somebody is using all these emojis instead of using that opportunity to really present some written content that offers a lot more information about their personality, their lifestyle, their interests, their passions, what they're about, and what their life is about. When they're not offering that sort of information, but instead just emojis, I consider that to be just a wasted opportunity because you're not giving people the opportunity to get to know you, and also you're really screwing up the opportunity to present people with further bait. Pictures and written content are going to be your bait for people to message you and develop interest for you, or even develop interest to receive your message and want to respond. So you can waste opportunities, and sometimes you can be punished where someone might just look at it and they'll just say, not matching with that person, or I don't want to communicate with that person. So in some cases, you'll even be punished, not just, people just be like, well, that was an extra effort. So bottom line is be careful with your use of emojis. Sure, they can have their place for accentuating your communication style and kind of that level of communication, and also showing your personality and intent. But in excess, or when improperly used, they can be detrimental, and they can cost you connections, and they can also cost you opportunities to let people get to know you. Those are my thoughts about emojis and online dating profile written content. If you have your thoughts, please present them in the comments below. I love hearing what you all have to say. And as always, until the next video, take care. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're sick of feeling stuck and you're ready to level up your game and your meh love life, take action now. Click the link below to visit our website and experience our virtual game advisor feature. Choose the path of your game journey from the recommendations and resources ready and waiting for you.